Welcome to our day 8 of January Challenge 2022. And today, it might look a little bit scary on the page, all these ledger lines and the left hand sort of being up in the treble clef and everything. But I'll play it for you and then I'll go back and play day 2, or I could have played day 4, and see what you notice. So this is day 8, this is today's, starting at the end of bar 22. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's today's. Now if I play back at, say, day 2 or even day 4. It is practically identical. In fact, it's actually a tiny bit easier because on day 2 we had to go and then we had to bring in that extra note. Whereas now, although we're up an octave, there isn't any of that extra note, so it's thinner. Left hand is exactly the same notes it was on here, just everything's taken up an octave. Okay, so I will go through it briefly one hand at a time, but if you nailed day 2, mostly take it up an octave, thin out the top hand and you're there. So here we go. A, B, C, C, D, B, B, C, A, G, A, B. Getting your third finger on the G to get up into the roll chord. Okay. 2 and then open out, so your thumb's ready. Okay, so that chord. And then 1, 2, 3 and then onto that chord. 2, thumb on the E and open down. Okay, so it is pretty much exactly the same. So it's just missing 2 of these. Doesn't have that bottom note. Doesn't have that bottom note. Rest of it's the same. Okay, left hand is an A minor triad up high, so an octave higher, not around middle C, but an octave up. And it goes A, C, E, down 1, G, down to a D triad, opening out to an octave and a third, so C, G, all the way up to an E, then an E minor triad, opening to an A, E, A, octave and a fifth, octave B, and then E, B, stretching up to a G. Okay, so what I would like for you to do, because you're very familiar now with this phrase, because you've done it. You did it back on day 2, you did it on day 5, which I've been calling day 4, but you did it on day 5, and you did it on the days where we've done the join. So this is a very familiar section of music. So rather than getting too caught up with following the music and worrying about ledger lines, and also rather than trying to move your head because we're in a slightly different position, and struggling to see it, and if you're having to wear glasses it can be awkward angle here. Why not actually allow yourself to trust it? So get yourself set up and sure you're on the right notes, and then maybe either look back at day 2 or look away and just kind of and take your attention away as much as possible. You might play a wrong note like I just did, but just allow yourself to appreciate how much of it you do know without trying to translate all these ledger lines into notes and then realise that they are notes you know. Okay, so little glances to keep on track, but not having to sort of shift your whole person in order to get the right focal length to see here. Okay, it is always a tricky move. But trust in the music that you know. It's got that similar place where we can do a writ in the sort of second bar of it. So coming up now. Okay, so you could do yet another writ there. You might choose not to, because we've actually already done that twice And who knows if another one might be coming up. So you may choose not to. You might say, well, actually, as I'm up an octave anyway, and it's got a different feel to it, this section, by being that higher, sweeter sound, that actually maybe this is one of the times I won't do a rit. I'll just plough through that, rather than it becoming a little bit sort of too easy for the audience to guess what's going to happen. So that's a thought, totally up to you, but an idea for thinking about that section. Lovely. And then I'll see you tomorrow, where we're going to work on just joining all this up again. Okay, well done.